can find me at my best when I'm naked, when I'm lying by the pool getting faded. See, I used to give a fuck, now I'm jaded. I'm allergic.
Hi guys, okay, so today I filmed a chit chat, get ready with me. I also talk about my hair because I know I'm gonna get questions about it. I am in love with the way my hair looks. So yeah, the hair that I am wearing is from LSYBEAUTY. I have all their information listed down below. I am wearing their water wave lace front wig in 20 inches. Yes, I believe it's 20 inches. All the details and stuff will be listed down below. I do show you guys what I do to just kind of refresh my curls. I did go ahead and just blow dry it a little bit just because I like the big full hair. You guys already know that. And when you first spray it, I just use like some leave-in conditioner, but to define my curls, I just use a mousse. I have several different mousses that I use. I like the Lotta Body Wrap Me Foaming Mousse. I like the Main Choice Mousse. I've used several different ones, okay? So yeah, this is how the hair is looking now. Of course, it's still going to get bigger and bigger as the day goes on. I don't have to wear it behind my ear. I can wear it, you know, just down like this, but I just like the way it just looks when I put it behind my ear a little bit. So yeah, like so. So yeah, yeah, this is a full lace wig. I did customize it, everything like that. I'm not perfect at customizing wigs yet, so bear with me, please, okay? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this chit chat, get ready with me. All of the products that I use will be listed down below. I love you guys. Let me know other suggestions of videos that you would like to see down below, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hi guys, okay, so today I am going to be filming a chit chat, get ready with me. Hopefully it won't be too long. I'm just going to be using my MAC, what is this, Studio Finish Concealer in NW40 to prime my lids. I've already done my eyebrows using my Colourpop brow pencil, but I will have an updated brow routine or whatever to show you guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm trying to find my mini mirror, but I cannot. So, and I don't know why I hate using like makeup things, but it's okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and carve out underneath my brow, and I'm using this as a primer as well. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys, kind of like update you guys. I hate using those things, so I'm just gonna have to use the mirror that's sitting in front of me. Update you guys what's going on. It's just gonna probably be all over the place just because, yeah. So right now, I'm pretty sure you guys, I don't know, you probably didn't assume, but yeah, I am a Christian, so it's kind of like, oh, really? Even though it's kind of, I don't think that it was like a secret or anything, but you just never know nowadays, like people who are like super religious or like, you know, just say like they, like, you know, there are some people who believe in God but don't believe in like, people believe in God but not religion, if that makes sense. So yeah, I am a person that believes in God. I believe in religion as well. I am a Christian. I go to church faithfully. I work with the youth in my church and everything. So yeah, it's just a little, I guess, fun fact about me. But I guess currently I'm in a season of just trying to figure out what it is that I want to do, and it's been super hard just because it's like one thing that I have been trying to figure out is like, yo, do I want to focus on YouTube or not, or do I want to just like walk away from it and just be like, yo, it is what it is kind of thing. Now, of course, I'm not making the money that a lot of YouTubers on here are making or whatever. And then another reason why I was feeling like, yo, do you want to walk away, is just simply because when I upload, I don't feel like my subscriber count and my views match. And it could simply be because what I'm posting, my viewers just don't want to watch. But then it's like, I'll ask you guys about certain things and you'll say like, yeah, I want to see this, I want to see that. And then I know like the main thing that I feel like a lot of people are on my channel wanting to see are like natural hair tutorials. But honestly, like I do want to get back into wearing my hair more. But even when I say that, that's just me saying like, if I'm saying like I want to wear my hair more, it's more so like wash and goes and stuff like that. It's not necessarily me being the me that I was a few years ago, doing all these crazy hairstyles and stuff like that. Honestly, it's kind of like a I feel like in certain areas on YouTube, you really just don't have room to grow and change as a person. I just don't have that time that I once did to just sit in my shower and play around with my hair like I used to. And it's just something that I really have to be in the mood for. And honestly, like I just haven't been satisfied with my hair for a very long time. So I really just like, whatever. And when I do get into these, like focusing in on your natural hair really takes a lot of time. Like you really have to be patient. You really have to put effort into it. And it really has to be something that's just like, yo, this is what I'm dedicated to doing. Alright, now I'm going to take my Pretty Vulgar translucent powder. This has been a favorite of mine. And I know I used to use, like, I use my Laura Mercier translucent powder a lot in medium deep. But this one right here, like, this is the first translucent powder that I've used that I'm like, yo, this stuff is amazing. I even use it on my face. Like, it's so good. But yeah, you really have to have patience, really have to have time. And I will say, honestly, when I was just always in, like, it might sound crazy, but when I was always in my head, like, my hair grew. Like, it's crazy. Like, you know how some people can say, like, oh, I can just, like, leave my hair be and, it'll grow. No. Like, I feel like my hair suffers when I'm just constantly putting it in braids and stuff. Like, even recently, I did a ponytail in my hair. I'll leave a picture up here. Let me know if you guys would like to see a tutorial on it. I did a ponytail in my hair and I straightened it. And it hadn't been that long since I straightened my hair before. But I had to cut off so much of my ends because they were just raggedy. Like, honestly. And I want to go to, like, a salon and get it, like, evenly cut. Or, like, at least some layers or something in my hair so that it can grow out the right way. Just because I'm not a professional when it comes to cutting hair. I'm not a professional when it comes to cutting hair or anything like that. So, yeah. I, you know, have to kind of, I can trim my ends, but I really want to go to someone professional and have them cut it and just, you know, even it out for me or whatever. I don't know what it is that I'm doing wrong. I don't know if it's the lack of consistency, but I can't even say that because even when I posted during like my during December or whatever, the views still wasn't, you know, up there. So, and I know people say like you shouldn't compare things or you shouldn't get so wrapped up into the views or whatever, but honestly, like, I'm gonna be real with y'all, it's kind of discouraging when you like, okay, you shouldn't be wrapped up inside the views, but at the same time it's like, why am I gonna consistently post something for people and they're not watching it, you know? So I'm just being honest on that part. When people say that, it's kind of like a, right, okay. And 9 times out of 10, when they say don't get wrapped up inside the views, it's because they are getting the views. So no, I'm not listening to that part. And now I'm not trying to say like, oh, I want this to be forever. I'm not trying to say I want to put all my eggs in one basket. No, I genuinely do enjoy doing YouTube still. But it's still just kind of like, okay, why am I posting this if nobody's going to watch it? Like, and then you get those people that are asking you, like, I definitely have people asking me, like, hey, do you want your channel to grow? And I'm like, you think I'm doing this just so that my channel don't grow? No, sis, that's not the case. It's just not popping. And so it's kind of like, okay, well, do I walk away? And every time that I've thought about, like, yo, I'm just going to say, forget it. I'm just going to not do this no more. One of you guys will, like, I kid you not, one of you guys will slide in my inbox and be like, oh my God, why aren't you making videos? Or you guys will tell me some way, somehow, how my videos helped you in a way. And then I'll be like, really? So then I'll feel bad like walking away. And I already feel bad just for the simple fact that it's not that many, you know, people that look like me on here, especially those who are doing well. Like, it's just not. So it's kind of like, okay, do I stick it out? Because there aren't a lot of African Americans on YouTube. And then even if it is, it's like, okay, everybody that, just because there's one or a few token African Americans, that doesn't mean that you can relate to them, whether it's skin type, skin tone, just in general, you know. So it's like, okay, I feel like I'm doing you guys a disservice if I'm not, you know, on here, or I'm not doing it. And it's hard just simply because it's hard talking about it. Like, I can talk about it till I'm blue in the face or whatever, but it's hard simply because I don't feel like anybody else that I'm constantly around are like creatives, you know. They're all just like to work 9 to 5, and even if they are like in their career field or whatever, it's still just kind of like a basic, you know, career field. And honestly, I was telling my boyfriend this. I was just like, honestly, I'm envious of people who are just okay with working, you know, a 9 to 5 and different things like that. I wish that I didn't have. And I don't want to say it so much just because I feel like God will take your gifts away from you if you constantly are being like ungrateful about it. But what was I saying? But I am envious of those who are not creatives and who are like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna get up, do a 9 to 5, do whatever kind of thing, and let that be. I want that just simply because it's like, okay, look, they know exactly what it is they're doing. They know exactly where their next paycheck is coming from. It's pretty much like set in stone kind of thing. Like, they don't have to worry about a lot of things that people who are like in the creative field have to worry about. So shoot, that's what I want. And then when I said to people, it's like no, don't do that. You have to stick through it. You have to figure it out what it is that you want to do. You have to do this. You have to do that. And I'm like, look, y'all saying this, but at the end of the day, I still have, and gratefully, I haven't had a situation where it's like, now, am I rich? Hell no. But gratefully, I haven't had a situation where it's like, yo, I couldn't make things work, or I don't want to get to that I don't want to get to that point where I'm not able to. I don't want to get to that point where it's like I have to borrow money from people, or I have to do this. Like, I just don't want to get to that point. And so, yeah, it's just like, that's just not what I want to do. Like, I don't want to be in that situation where I'm having to ask, or I'm just like, my pride is just too heavy or whatever, and I have to, and I'm not, you do get what I'm saying? So yeah, but I'm not around people who, I guess, understand, I guess, the struggle, if that makes sense. Like, everybody else that I'm around are like, regular 9 to 5, I do this kind of people. They're not, but at the same time, they're not really, they're telling me like, yo, you say this now until you get on this end, and then you're gonna realize like, yo, that's not really what I want to do. And in my head, I'm super hard-headed. I'm like, look, let me figure that out once I get to that point, okay? Then I can tell y'all whether or not the grass is green on the other side, So, but they're just always just like, no, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. And I'm like, okay, well, when I'm homeless and on the streets and stuff, I just want y'all to be like, oh no, I told you not to do, I told you to do that, Andrea, I got you. Like, I want y'all to, be that person. So yeah, I'm just like in a rut where it's like, what do I do next. And I'm constantly asking this question, and I'm like, yo, I'm not getting any answers. Even when I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna start applying to jobs or whatever, like, or in fields that I know that I've worked in. Like if I say, okay, I can fill out for like natural hair places, or, you know, just fields that I feel like I'm comfortable in, some way, somehow, they'll end up finding like out that I do YouTube, and it's like, oh, we don't want you to work for us, but we want you to promote our product. And I'm like, oh, okay. So no, that's not what I applied here for. And I'm like, okay, cool. So, I don't even think I meant to put all of that on there. Yikes. Look, y'all gonna see me for real fix this, because that's not what it was supposed to be. But it ain't, it's not bad though. So yeah, it's like what is it that I want to do? And honestly, like, it's like the more that I think about it, the more that I find myself becoming like, I can't really feel like I'm gonna become like depressed or sad thinking about it, just because it's like yo, I need to figure this out. And I know it's like you shouldn't be, it's like, oh well, you have time. I don't feel like, I know that it's not like I'm about to die tomorrow or something, hopefully, you know, but it's still just like yo, I'm knocking on 30. It's like, yo, it's right there. And I know it's like, you really shouldn't have this idea of like, by 30 I should be here. You definitely shouldn't have that, but you want to have some, I want to have some idea, even if it's like yo, if God came and told me like, okay, look, this is what you're going to be doing in 6 years, so just chill out. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being patient and learning to wait and just, you know, standing in line and waiting my turn. And so, I'm okay with that part. It's just the unknown. Like, it's just the fact that I just don't know kind of thing. And I'm like, is it that I know, but I'm not accepting it? Like, what is it? So currently, I am fasting from social media. And the fast from social media, well, I could pick whatever I wanted to. But honestly, I felt like that was the only thing that, you know, was hindering me. And that was simply because I felt like I got on social media. And this is something that I never used to do. But I got on social media and I would start comparing myself. And that was something that I wasn't used to myself doing. Like, I was never that person. So I'm like, yo, you're tripping, you're bugging. You gotta get off. So it's crazy because my boyfriend woke up and one morning, and I usually call him in the morning before he goes to work, and he was like, we should fast from something. And so I'm like, okay. And I don't know if it stemmed from the conversation that I had with him the day before, and I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, so my camera keeps like cutting off. I don't know if it's because of the heat behind it or what, but they don't want me to talk. I don't know who they is, but yeah. So I just went ahead and cut out my crease and did all of that. So now I'm just gonna go in with that this shade right here from, who is this? Juvia's Place. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. And I know by me saying like, I have a boyfriend, will I bring him on my channel? I know certain things like that people like to see, but I'm just not that person. And for starters, he doesn't even we don't live in the same state. So that's another thing. And I don't want him to feel like, I'm sure if I convinced him, he would be okay with doing it. But I don't want him to feel like he has to do it just because I know he's not real big with the whole like social media thing. Like, he's on social media, but he's not, you get what I'm saying? he's not really into it. And I want to just, I don't know. It's something, it's still certain things that I just like to keep private and not, you know, who knows? Like, I'm not saying that it would never happen, but as of right now, I'm okay with it not happening, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and apply this Colourpop, not Colourpop, Morphe, like shadow on my eye. And then on top of it, I'm going to apply like this pigment. But yeah, he's not real big into social media. And once again, like, he doesn't live here. So we are in, I guess you could say, like a long distance relationship. So yeah, that is the spill on that. I think I had mentioned him once before on IG Live. And then like immediately somebody was like, yo. But it's crazy because right before they said it, I had said like, yeah, it's not going to be that kind of party just because, yeah. And so right after that, they followed up and was like, can you put him on? And then somebody was like, y'all don't listen. She clearly just said. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I get it. People are curious. Like, I don't take that as like necessarily being nosy. Nosy is when I feel like you're curious and then you're like, yo, I'm gonna find out who it is kind of thing. And you just obsess over it. Then that's when it's like, yo, you nosy and like as fuck kind of thing. And we've all been in a situation where it's like, yo, you doing too much kind of thing. I'm not necessarily saying y'all, but yeah. But no, as of right now, it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen, not gonna happen, not gonna happen. Initially, I wanted to do something bronze, but I'm like, copper. I love copper. So I went in. That's why I went in with this one. But yeah. So let me know what it is. Like, I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to what you feel like I should be doing differently on here. I'm open to it all. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, yo, you can't take constructive criticism. Like, no, I want people to tell me what it is, especially as viewers, and like, you know, I want to, you know, be able to say like, hey, yo, we in this together, you know? Let me tell y'all, I got stuck. So my boyfriend lives in Dallas, and I went there last week, not last weekend, weekend before last, and Chicago's weather. So I was supposed to leave Monday at like 7 p.m. Sunday at 7 p.m. They, like, Southwest messaged me and was like, flight canceled. I was like, what? I know you lied. And so we were both looking at each other like, oh my God, just simply because now I've known him forever, but we've never spent more than like a weekend together. It's always been like, he fly in here, that's that. I fly in there, that's that. By Monday, we gone kind of thing. But we've never spent like an entire week together. So I was like, oh my God, like this could be like, what if I really don't like him like that? And so it was like so like we were constantly trying to, not simply because we were worried while we were looking for flights, but we was looking for flights. Oh, that's crazy. Like he just texted me as I'm talking about him. That's weird. We was just trying to get me home just simply because like I do have a son. So now it wasn't really like, oh my God, let me turn this off. It wasn't really like I'm worried about him just because he was with his dad. So it's kind of like, I know he's good, but it's still just like, my son is like so extra. So he's like, I'm worried. Are you going to be safe? He's like, are you staying in a hotel? And I'm like, no, I'm not staying in a hotel. He's like, well, what if he kicks you out? What if this? What if that? And so we're both like, he's hearing him say this and we're both like dying. Because at that point in time, they hadn't met each other. So he's like, what if he kicks you out? Then what? I said, look, I'll kick him out of his house before he kicked me out of his house, okay? Like, that's nothing to be worried about. But we was trying to find a flight home and everything. Just, trying to find a flight home. But everybody was like, travel advisory, travel advisory. Then Southwest was like, oh, okay, well, we can bring you home, but you'll have to stop in like Pittsburgh or something and still be aware of the travel advisor. I'm like, do you really think I'm gonna get on this plane and possibly be stuck in Pittsburgh? You're crazy. No, thank you. So I was just like, you know what? We're gonna see how this goes. And it wasn't bad at all. Like, it was really nice. Honestly, it was just like because he came back with me because my son's birthday was this past weekend. And this was the first time for them meeting each other. So he came back with me and it was like literally we spent from Friday to this past Sunday together. And it was like and then we like, man, now we got to go back to FaceTiming each other. So, but it's okay because it's not going to be forever kind of thing. So we only have a few more months of it, but it was still kind of like but honestly, we was talking about it yesterday. It was like we slipped back into the whole like routine of us being used to being on FaceTime really easily. Like we thought that it kind of we was dreading it about Monday or Tuesday. And then by now we was like, okay, we back to the, scheduled program. And honestly, it was like I don't want to, I guess, think about it too much just because it's like, it is what it is. I'm like, it is what it is. We can't change it at the moment. So there's no point in just like, thinking about it too much. So I'm gonna try this mascara. It's from Covergirl. Honestly, no, I'm not gonna try that. I'm gonna try this one from, but I'm gonna use the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. Honestly, like, those wands look alike. But honestly, like, I like this mascara. The other one that's like a mock of it is really good too, because I bought that one. But as I've said before, like, I'm just not really into mascaras a lot, just because I wear, so yeah. I got my BoxyCharm box today. And honestly, so they do send it to me. I don't have to pay for it. But honestly, like, BoxyCharm is one of those things like that come in the mail every month This is not sponsored. They have not asked me to talk about it, but I'm just telling you guys, like, if you were thinking about getting a subscription box, I would really honestly try out BoxyCharm, because every month there's something in there. Now of course everything in there I do not like, but for the most part, like right now I'm gonna try out this primer, and it's no problem, like no problem, primer. Even though like I don't really have like bad pores on my face, ooh, I'm still gonna try it out. Like I said, of course, everything in here I'm not gonna like, but ooh. I'm just putting my primer on first, just so by the time I do my other wing, it'll be kind of being seeped in my skin and it won't be bad. So, but I like the way this feels. It's kind of silky. It does have like an oily feeling to it, and this is by Touch and Soul, but I like the way it feels. It's like a silky, oily kind of thing. And then they have the Soul, this is the new one, this is the blue one, but the yellow one, you guys seen me talk about this before, and BoxyCharm put me on the yellow one because the yellow one is bomb. Now this one, it kind of has like a coconutty, I don't know, is it coconut? It's some type of, I think it's coconut. It's something in there. This one doesn't smell as good to me as the yellow one. The yellow one, I bought the big jar of the yellow one because of BoxyCharm. And the Too Faced Better Than Sex was in there. I'll just show you guys what else was in there. This Pretty Vulgar, that's who put me on the Pretty Vulgar, was this BoxyCharm. Put me on this because it was in there. And they give you like full size stuff in there. And this is the bronzer, but of course, I won't be able to use it. I'm going to look on their website to see if they have darker colors. But yeah, I won't be able to use this. But yeah, I'm telling you. And they have like this little... But yeah, I would definitely try out BoxyCharm. I'm not sure about the commitment or if you have to stay for a long time. Not sure about that. I don't know. But honestly, I like it. I'm just going to probably speed through this part because I do have a wing liner tutorial, and I don't want this video to be super long, and I feel like it already is because right now I'm on like 18 or 19 minutes and I'm just on my ass.
I'm just on my eyes, so let's see.
So I'm using my Covergirl True Matte Blend foundation. I really like this, like as you can see, because mine is almost gone. And honestly, I'm like, I don't even remember using it this much. So I'm going to go in with that Pretty Vulgar translucent powder, and so I'm using my, what is this? Black Radiance. I want to go ahead and get the darker one just because this one I feel like it's more of, like it does the job with contouring, but the other one I feel like it's darker, and I feel like that will give me like a little bit more of a dramatic contour. So I'm also going to take the bronzer. This is the Covergirl Ebony Bronze. I'm going to take this. And I know it's hard to find because I don't think they sell it like that anymore, because I have to go to like so many, what is it called? So many stores to just even find one. So I really need to find another bronzer. If you are like around my skin complexion or darker and you have a bronzer that you like, please let me know. Have any of you guys tried out like the Anastasia bronzers? I would get this box subscription or whatever. So I'm just taking a little bit of this orange blush. This is from the Saharan Blush Volume 1. Also, honestly, so I want it to be super dark. So we're going to take this black one first. I have a black and brown liner, but I don't feel like getting up. So, bear with me. Bear with me, guys. Then I'm gonna cover it. So now, I'm gonna take this off and just kind of, I'm gonna use the Shea Moisture. Okay, this is the Manuka Honey and Yogurt Hydrate and Repair Multi-Action Leave-In. And I'm just gonna spray my hair just a little bit. Oh, this smells nice. Just so it won't be so, you know, dry looking. The hair that this hair is from LSYBEAUTY. This is their water wave texture. It is a full lace wig. I did bleach the knots, all of that. So as you can see, like yesterday I washed it and I just applied some mousse to it. I applied the Main Choice mousse, but here's some other mousse like that you can apply. Honestly, I have mousse for days. So I applied the Main Choice mousse and then I just let it dry. And honestly, yesterday I slept with it up in like a ponytail. And when I took it out, this is like, this side is how it looked. But right now I'm just spraying it just so it won't look so, you know, dull, and I can bring like some life back into it. But honestly, like the hair is super soft. I like the way it looks. I love this texture. I like how it looks, especially like once it dries and it's bigger. So yeah, I'll probably film like my intro with it being bigger or whatever. So yeah, this is the hair. It was super easy to customize. I did customize like my lace front and stuff. I'm trying to get better at that. So please just like bear with me with the whole like customization of it and stuff. I don't feel like I'm just like the absolute worst, but I'm definitely not where I want to be when it comes to the hair or whatever. So yeah, this is how it's looking. I really like the way it is. Like, I really love this hair. So yeah, this is the completed look. I have all the information listed down below. I have all the information about this wig listed down below as well. As you can see, like in the beginning, or when I started messing with my hair, like I show you how it was when it came out the pack and different things like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. Don't forget to leave other suggested videos that you'd like to see down below. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me and talking with me. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.